Word, son. What do you do, YouTube? It's your boy, DiVine. Before we get into this video, man, this podcast, man, episode 14 of the Just DiVine podcast, make sure you sit back, chill, take a pee break, pause the video, get you some popcorn, because you know how I do. All the other platforms where you're listening to this on, man, however you got to do it, pause the podcast, you know what I'm saying, pause and get you some popcorn, take a pee break if you got to, because you know how I do. Today's date, ladies and gentlemen, is Tuesday, April 12th, 2022. Yeah, like I said, man, we are in episode 14. We want to keep this ball moving, man. I appreciate everybody that decides to tune in and take a listen to it, man. If you got nothing else better to do, I really appreciate it. And yeah, man, without further ado, let's get up into it. All right, man. So well, yeah, of course, I meant to say this in the beginning, but it's your host, it's your boy, J DiVine, Just DiVine, Just J DiVine. It don't matter. I answered either or. But now that we got the intro out the way, let's get into a few topics here. But first things first, man, let's get the seriousness out the way. Christian Toby Obumseli. I don't want to. Please forgive me for butchering this man's name. Please forgive me. But condolences to his family. This young man, young black man, if you will, lost his life due to this TikTok or Instagram model, influencer, whoever she's supposed to be. I believe the lady's name was, her name was she was an Instagram model. What is her name? And it's crazy because in the news they're trying to keep her name like out of the headlines. What is her name? Courtney Taylor. She's an Instagram model and on OnlyFans too. She stabbed that man to death. And she was seen with not pictures of her covered in blood and stuff like that. And people are already trying to say it's self-defense. And to be honest with you, man, you know, me as a black person, you know, let's say the black community, right? You know, just looking at that without all the specifics, you want to just immediately automatically assume that it's murder. I think it's murder. Some people are trying to say it's self-defense, but, you know, you can't really, you know, just try to slap that on there to say that, you know, because you could get away with it, you know, just looking at the skin. I'm calling a spade here. You know what I mean? Most of the time you say self-defense, you can get away off of it if you're of the fairer skin. Let's just be real here. You know what I mean? But, you know, I know that not all the time that happens because that's what social media that we see, but, you know, I see it as murder. But, yeah, apparently there was some sort of toxic relationship between the two, and I guess it got bad, and, you know, one thing led to another, and the man ended up losing his life. You know, social media is kind of sick, you know what I mean? Because when this passed, apparently Christian or Mr. Obumseli, apparently he wasn't into black women, right? I don't know how far he, you know, spoke on that. I don't know what he said. I don't know if it was demeaning or not. I don't really know. But, you know, because of the fact that, you know, black women wasn't his preference, and I guess he was into white women, they're saying that, yeah, well, look at that. You know what I mean? And it's kind of sick, man, you know, because how can we go from, how do we go from, you know, seeing somebody losing their life, a black man at that, because that's the only time it seemed like we're ever in the news for anything, you know, other than being shit on for something that, you know, for something that we might have did unconsciously. But the only time we're ever in the news is if we're brutally murdered or assaulted by somebody of a other race, preferably white. You know what I mean? But because that he wasn't into black women and he was murdered by a white woman, everybody's like, It's almost like, it's like them saying, well, that's what you get. You know what I mean? And it's sick, man. It's really, really sick. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I'm not the one that will try to take a race and try to clown them. You know what I'm saying? Because when you do shit like that, it makes you seem like you've been hurt by that particular, by that particular woman who happened to be that race. Let's just say if I'm dating a white woman, right? And let's say I'm dating this white woman, you know, and I had a bad relationship in the past that I was with, which I actually had one, which was with a black woman, right? And I'm with insert white girl name here. I'm with her and say, oh, I'm with so-and-so, y'all black women, LaQuisha could never, you know what I'm saying? Like that's corny. That's really, really corny. I would never do nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? And, you know what I mean? I don't feel like I don't feel like clowning an entire race of women because I had experience with that one woman who happened to be that race. That's really like corny and childish. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just had that bad experience. You know what I mean? Same thing for women. You know what I mean? Like, if you dealt with a black dude in the past, and or the black guys you dealt with in the past and they were all shit, that was just who you chose. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean that don't make up for an entire race. You just pick the bad ones out of the bunch. You know what I mean? Then you go decide to get with Ryan over here. Oh, Ryan, he got good credit. There's black people that got good credit too. Oh, he got a nice place. Black folks got nice places to stay too. Oh, he got his own car. There's black folks that got their own car. Oh, he got a 5 Series BMW. There's black folks that got that too. You know what I mean? You just pick the bad ones. You pick the wrong ones. You know what I mean? So if you're on social media echoing that same sentiment, oh well, that's what he get, or oh, if he don't like black women and he died by his preface, so oh well, that's it for him. You're sick, man. Stay away from me. You know what I mean? Condolences to the family of who's affected, not the Instagram model. Don't give a fuck about her. To the Obum Selly family, and please forgive me if I'm butchering your names. I'm so sorry. But yeah, condolences to his family. Hopefully they get some kind of closure. But I don't think that they should get off with just self defense. You know what I mean? Like I believe there's more to it, and she got to go down for something. You know what I mean? So yeah. So condolences to the family. Brighten the news up a little bit. Yo, man, Tiana Taylor, Iman Shumpert, I don't know if y'all seen that picture, but that's dope. Like, that's really, really dope. I see a lot of people always talking about, oh, black love this and black love that, and I seen that picture of Tiana Taylor and, I don't know why I put two Y's, I'm sorry, Iman Shumpert and Tiana Taylor and, their kids. Yo, that is a really, really dope picture. It's really wholesome, you know what I'm saying? I rock with Iman Shumpert. I like Iman Shumpert because he's a cool basketball player, like, and dude can rap, you know what I mean? Now, I don't know, I think it's neck and neck between him and Damian Lillard, and I ain't gonna hold you, like, no cap. You know what I mean? If you don't believe me, go listen to Iman Shumpert rap, go listen to Nick's tape, or not Nick's tape, I think it's Post 90s, I think that was his album. Either album or mixtape, one of the two. Listen to him and then listen to Dame. I think Dame might have him edged just a little bit, but I think Iman Shumpert can hold his own too. You know what I mean? And Tiana Taylor is a phenomenal singer, phenomenal artist. You know what I mean? I actually like Tiana Taylor. Like, she's really, really cool. Kanye really hooked up with some joints for real. And their kids are just beautiful, man. You know what I mean? But I see people all the time. People want black love so much they're looking at the wrong celebrities, and it's like damn, like, y'all don't see this right here. You know what I mean? Like, y'all advocate for black love and black folks so much that y'all want to see love, and it's like, fam, it's everywhere. You know what I mean? You just gotta look in the right spots, because the thing about it on social media is you can go in here and I can find people who echo in the same sentiment as me, and it'll check out. But the scary part about that, on the inverse side of that, or the flip side of the coin of that, is I can go and find a bunch of people who can say the opposite of that, and they'll check out too. You know what I'm saying? So it's really, really like sick. You know what I'm saying? But definitely that picture with Iman Shumpert and Tiana Taylor and their kids, man, that was a really, really dope picture. You know what I mean? A really dope couple. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to put them, on this pedestal that, yeah, this is the perfect couple, because each couple got the ups and downs. You know what I mean? Some days are better than others. Some days are good. Some days are bad. You know what I mean? We're all human at the end of the day. So let's not forget one thing, that everybody's human. You know what I'm saying? Just because you see everything in a positive light with this couple, that don't mean that it's always positive all the time. Not saying that it's hell, it's this, like, no, like, they're going to have their ups and downs. They're going to have their days, just like any other couple. You know what I mean? So I think it's important that we make sure we keep in mind that, yeah, these are celebrities. Yeah, they're black, but at the same time, they have issues. Like, they have their issues just like we do. You know what I mean? Y'all always turn to look at celebrities who have these couples and, yeah, black love, but then as soon as they break up and they decide to go with somebody else, then, oh yeah, he's trash. Oh yeah, he's trash. She's trash. Yeah, he couldn't keep up with a real black woman. And it's like, it's so stupid, man. Just, you like who you like, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't make you any less of a black man, and it don't make you any less of a black woman. And on the inverse of that too, I want to speak on that too. How come is it that anytime a black dude, and he not even like shitting on a race of women or nothing, but anytime they see a black dude with somebody other than a black woman, let's just say white, because that's most of the time you get the most trouble. Why is it that any time that shit happens, it's always, he couldn't handle a real black woman? You know what I'm saying? On like some real snarky like tip. But then the minute it's the inverse and it's a woman dating a white dude, oh, okay, girl, go ahead then. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's up with that? You know what I mean? Like, bro, you like who you like. You know what I'm saying? I would prefer to date a sister. You know what I mean? But I'm not a stranger to anybody else that might pop up. I don't discriminate. You know what I mean? I would like to date with my race. I would love to. I love my sisters. You know what I mean? But if somebody popped up and they happen to give me the chance and they trying to be cool, then I'll be rocking with this person. But let's not, you know, get too carried away with, oh, you date a white woman and you gonna shit on all the sisters. Absolutely not. I know who I am. You know what I'm saying? Not what you say I am, because I know who I am. I don't give a fuck what the narrative y'all spin on your not hard phones, your Twitter fingers and your laptops and your computer. I don't give a fuck what narrative you spin. I don't care, because I know who I am. You know what I mean? And at the same exact time, you know, you seem to forget that people talk to each other. You know what I mean? And if there's a disconnection between one another's culture, you can't see where I'm coming from, then I don't need to be with that person. You know what I mean? Because if I say that, you know, police brutality is a real thing, police need to be retrained and stuff like that, and if that person says, the person who I'm with says, oh, I think police are doing their job. I mean, they have families they need to go home to. All right, then we need to cut this conversation off right here. It's been nice, but yeah, I'm gonna hit on that way. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, you can always just have a conversation, because they say conversation rule a nation. So I think it's really important that you take the time to really actually sit down, especially if it's somebody outside your race, that y'all sit down and really, like, you know, talk and really pick each other's brains to see where exactly where y'all are at, and then you make the judgment, or you make the decision whether or not you want to pursue this person or not. Because like I said, at the end of the day, it's your life to live. You know what I mean? Sorry, that's my phone. Everybody want to text you as soon as you're trying to do something, man. Can't y'all? I hate that shit so much. My phone be dry. Look at this shit. Look at this. My phone be dry than Kunta Kinte's ankles. And you mean to tell me that now all of a sudden everybody want to text me as soon as I start doing this podcast? This is why I put my phone on vibrate. But anyway, so yeah, that was just a little tangent. But on that note, though, we're going to I also want to cover what Cam Newton said, right? So honestly, you know, Cam Newton was he was spitting facts. The man was spitting facts. Now, let me paraphrase. So what Cam Newton was getting around about, or was spewing about, not spewing about, but talking about, basically how, you know, women love to say that they're bad bitches, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm reiterating what they're saying. You got some women that say they're bad bitches, right? You know what I'm saying? Because you're fitting that aesthetic of a bad bitch. You got a fat ass, probably a BBL. You got big titties, probably plastic surgery or whatever. Whatever the case is, natural, fake, whatever it is, but you fit the aesthetic of a bad bitch, quote unquote. But, you know what I'm saying, you don't fit all the qualities of what a bad bitch is, quote unquote. You know what I mean? What Cam Newton said, I'm paraphrasing, but, you know, learning how to cater to a man, you know, learning how to cook, knowing when to stop talking. You know what I mean? Like, and I know that sounds real cutthroat, but it's like, you know, you kind of gotta, like, tune your ears a little different to understand what he's saying. Now, for the people who are already up in arms, like, just like a man, the mansplain, all that shit y'all echo on social media, just like a man, the mansplain, that's why men are trash. Shut up. Okay, just shut up. All right. Now, what Cam Newton was saying, which he didn't say nothing wrong, you know what I mean? It was just the way that he conveyed the message. As a guy, I get it. You know what I mean? I understand what he's getting at. He wasn't putting women down, but it's just you have women that try to fit that aesthetic of a bad bitch just because that you got a big ass, you got big titties. Oh, I got good pussy. Tell you the truth, your shit ain't no different than the girl that lived down the street from me. So what makes you so exotic? You know what I'm saying? Oh, I got a big ass. So does a girl that lived down the street from me. Oh, I got good hair. Bitch, that's a wig. But, I mean, the girl that lived right around the corner from me got literally the same kind of hair you got. You know what I mean? So what's supposed to make you so exotic? You know what I mean? Can you cook? I mean, well, kind of, no. Like, can you cook? Yes or no? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, you got some women that, like, you know, that actually can cater to a man. You know what I'm saying? And don't get it misconstrued thinking that, oh, women have to be slaves to men, because they don't have to. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really have to. You have women that really enjoy taking that role, and then it just depends on the man that they're with. And you have some men that take that and try to, turn their women, or not say their women, but try to turn a woman into a slave because that's just something twisted in his mind. But you have women that actually are raised to cater to a man, but at the same exact time, realizing when enough is enough. You know what I'm saying? You got some men that appreciate that really do, and don't try to take advantage of that woman in that time. You know what I mean? Cook, clean. You know what I mean? Cardi B said, I don't cook, I don't clean. You know what I mean? So I'm just cracking a joke, but you know what I mean? Don't get it misconstrued that, women have to be slaves to men, because I'm pretty sure that's what a lot of people took from that. Whoever were up in arms about it, you know what I mean? But it's just, if you're going to say you a bad bitch, you got to have all the entire qualities. You got to be able to cook, clean, everything, because in the inverse of that, and I'm going to be using inverse a lot, but, you wouldn't want a man, you walk up to a man and say, hey, baby, what's up? All right, oh, he cute. What all you do? I mean, I got some good dick. You know what I mean? I can dick you down all night. Oh, okay. But you that nigga, right? Yeah, I'm a real man. Oh, okay, well, what can you do? I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you know what I mean? It's gonna look bad. You know what I'm saying? Can you cook for me? Like, can you cook at all? Nah, I can't cook though. I mean, I can order takeout, but I can't really cook like that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, well, can you change the tire on the car for me? Shit, I just call AAA. You know what I mean? Like, you would want a man with those same capabilities that we would want out of a woman. You know what I'm saying? So what's the problem? Now, if a woman said it, it'd be totally fine. It'd be absolutely fine. Yeah, girl, preach, because these niggas ain't blah, 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 blah. So what's the problem? You know what I mean? So it's like, and a lot of times, this is why when shit like this break, I hate going on social media. I hate it, because it's always this, women don't need to be, all this radical feminist bullshit I see on social media is crazy, especially on Twitter. That's why anytime I see something like that break, I stay off the comment section. I just stay out of it, because you can go down a rabbit hole and find people that are like-minded like you, and then you have the ones that just go with the narrative of, nah, because women don't need to cater to no man. A man should be in tune to a woman's needs and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, fam, like, we can both coexist in the same world. You know what I mean? That's where that delusion shit start kicking in, because as soon as somebody says some shit like that, you immediately just think that all women in the world are submissive to men. All men take advantage of submissive women. And it's not true, bro. It's not entirely true. There might be a little bit of validity to what you're saying, but it's not everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, when people get on social media, they start running with these ridiculous ass narratives and run with that as if it's entirely true, and it's not. You know what I mean? Cam Newton didn't say nothing wrong. I mean, I'm pretty sure if Brady Renner said the same shit, a lot of y'all motherfuckers would, well, I don't say a lot of y'all, but some of y'all would be clicking with that. You know what I mean? Like I said, it depends on who it's coming from. If it's coming from Cam Newton, a man, there's going to be problems. If it came from a woman, insert woman's name here, there's totally nothing wrong with it. You know what I mean? So he didn't say nothing wrong. The bottom line is what I'm trying to say about this topic, and I'm gonna close it here. But the bottom line is this: a man can have a woman that cater to his needs. Like, you want to be a bad bitch, you have to have all the bad bitch qualities, not just some. You can get coochie from anywhere. I could find any girl with a big ass, a real one at that. I could find a girl who got a big chest. I could find any girl that got good hair. You know what I'm saying? Good hair, wig, weave, whatever it is. I could find that from anywhere. That don't make you a bad bitch, bro. You know what I'm saying? Are you cool? You know what I'm saying? Are you chilling? Do you not bug out? Do you know how to cook? Do you know how to cater to my needs? Same thing. You know what I'm saying? On the inverse of that. A woman, can you cook? Do you clean? Are you clean yourself? Can you take care of yourself? Do you have your own money? Do you have your own job? All those capabilities that you want from a man would want that out of a woman. Same thing. Or somewhat close to that, certain things a man should do than versus a woman. But you get the point. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't say nothing wrong. Get out of this selfish mentality that, or this women empowerment shit, because there's nothing wrong with empowering women, but you can't sit here and keep acting like that's always going to be the narrative, because it's not entirely true. You know what I'm saying? It take two to tango, bro. It's not always just women, 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 women. You have to have a man too at some point. All the independent woman bullshit is going to die at some point. You know what I mean? So, you know, let's not project how you feel onto other people with this whole, no, women need to be independent. We don't need no man. That's bullshit. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, Cam Newton didn't say nothing wrong. He absolutely did not say anything wrong at all whatsoever. And people are going to try to pick that apart and say, oh, well, that's why he ain't got a woman now. It's so fucking sick, man. Y'all need help. Jesus Christ. He was spitting facts. He said nothing wrong. But people who found a problem with that and can't have the brain power to figure out what he was talking about exactly and see it from both sides, you're sick in the head. Stay away from me. Straight up and down, bro. Stay away from me. But some on to a little bit lighter. Funny video. So everybody remembers the 3-part series that I did on Yo Mama, right? The YouTuber, the man YouTuber. So he ended up doing a quote unquote exposed video of me, like he always does with anybody who makes a video or tries to call him out. He makes like quote unquote an exposed video. So he made a video about me, whatever. He dug like super deep in the crates for my videos, right? So he picked the video where I think I did a funny little video where it was supposed to be like it's like a Valentine's Day video. It was like, hope everybody had a good Valentine's. This is an old fucking video. I didn't have no facial hair on me at all whatsoever. You know what I mean? So it was just me like having a Valentine video or whatever. I was like, yo, I ain't got no Valentine. So guess what my Valentine was? Nobody? All right, cool. Hit it, Keith. Nobody. That's all it was, right? It was just a little stupid video I did. So I did that or whatever. He used a snippet of that, or he used like a screenshot of that video and put like a text bubble above me or whatever, because I was covering on behalf of Soft Drink because of what he said about what Soft Drink was talking about. And so he made that or whatever. He told me I look like EDP 445. He was like, hold on, is that what I think it is? And he a Philly fan too? I knew that was EDP. I knew he was hiding. Come on out, man. Come on out, man. You know, it was funny. You know what I mean? And tell you the truth, I like his content. I like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, the dude got jokes. He has jokes. You know what I'm saying? Like, he made the video. I didn't feel any indifference about what he was saying. I could get what he was saying because, you know, a lot of the games that he was talking about, apparently there's probably like a generational confusion that we were having, because when I said Madden 06 and 07, he was saying that in terms of the next gen at that time with 360 at the time that was out, and then PS3. See, I didn't have a PS3 then. I had a PS2, so 05, 06, 07 was all on PS2. So like I said, I didn't clarify that when I was talking about it, but everybody watching my videos, they'll know that I'm referring to the PS2 times. So he made that video or whatever. And like I said, I laughed. I commented on the video. I was like, yo, why didn't you add me, bro? Like, I knew he was going to come with something. You know what I mean? And he pulled up a video of me ranting about Man 25. I was like, Man 25 was good. What you talking about? You know what I mean? But, you know, I was looking at the comment section. I didn't really care nothing about it, because every YouTuber is going to have their community of people that are commenting on videos. You know what I mean? So I see, you know, about his following or whatever. I didn't really pay too much any mind. But, so, you know, like I said, I didn't really have an issue with it, you know what I'm saying? Because I get what he's saying. I understand fully what he's saying. You know what I mean? You know, at the end of it all, you know, you played 2K5. You liked it, but you didn't like it over Madden. Cool, I get that. You know what I'm saying? At the same exact time, you're more of a Madden head, which is totally fine. I like Madden my damn self. It's just a simple fact of, you know, and when I say I like Madden, I mean that in the most loose way possible, because Madden has turned into now where it's more of the monetary gain has gotten in the way of the quality of the game. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm ranting and raving about Madden, it's from a place, like Rex said, of passion. I'm passionate about Madden. You know what I'm saying? Like I grew up playing Madden. Like this is the football game that I remember playing like day in and day out, aside from 2K football. You know what I mean? So every time when I play Madden, it pisses me off, because I'm just like, this is not what Madden used to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've watched it deteriorate from each year on and on and on and on and on. Like the quality of it just lessened more and more each year. The more that money became more of a priority, the less that quality mattered. You know what I'm saying? That's why when it come down to Madden 10, you know what I mean? Me personally, I didn't cut for it. Honestly. I saw what they were trying to do, but I didn't too much cut for it. You know what I mean? I'll give it its flowers, but I didn't really like it that much. I didn't. You know what I mean? Madden 09 was when I put the most time in, because that was the first game I actually bought when I got my PS3 at the time. Then, you know, Madden 10 came out. I think I got trying to think, how did I get Madden 10? It was a tournament. It was a tournament at this little, I don't want to say it was a mom and pop shop, but it was like a GameStop kind of sort of, like a fake GameStop. It's called Game Exchange. Y'all might have heard of it. You might not have. I don't know. But in Texas, we had this store called Game Exchange. It was literally right down the street from me. If I had nothing else to do, I used to just chill up in there. That's all we used to do. Had a nice little hangout spot. You could chill in there, play games. You can tell them, like, hey, man, you think I can play this game over here? Yeah, let me get the CD. It was mad cool, you know what I mean? But eventually, there wasn't enough business, and they ended up going under, so they ended up just, they ended up leaving that place or whatever. But it was cool, you know what I mean? But at Game Exchange, they had a tournament, and it was double robin. So if you lost, you had to lose 2 times in order for you to be out the tournament. I got all but to the semifinals, or the one before the finals, and I lost. I think I lost by 3. You know what I mean? But I think they had like extra copies laying around, because I think it was the top 3 people. I placed 4, so the top 3 people got a copy of Madden, whichever console they wanted, whichever system they wanted, and then they got like a gift card. I think first place was 120. No, first place was like 150. Second place was $100 in the game. I think third place was $75 in the game. I think it was a gift card for the place, and it had some spare copies laying around or whatever. And I remember I stuck around a little bit. They had like sodas and pizzas and shit like that. So I stuck around a little bit, hanging around, because I was shell shocked. I was like, fuck. I was mad I lost, and I stuck around for a little bit, and I was like, fuck, man. You could just see it in my face. I was mad. And I guess the guy saw me, and what he did was, when he was putting all the stuff, he was pushing all the stuff in the back, he popped the CD out. He looked at the CD and looked at me. Looked at the CD and looked at me. And then looked at me again. I was like, I took the CD out, and then I just held it. And I looked at the CD and looked at him, and he just walked off. I was like, yo, let me get the fuck out of here. So that's how I got Madden 10 for free. You know what I mean? And he saw me. He saw me when I walked out. Didn't say a word, no nothing. He didn't say nothing. I ain't say nothing. I went back to that store several times after that. Never said a word. He never said a word. So, but I, you know, I was like their regular. So, you know, I just always got hooked up like that all the time. But yeah, so that's how I got Madden 10 for free. 11, I didn't get 11. 12, I got 12. 13, I got 13. 14, and all of them up until 18. 18 is when I stopped buying them. Matter of fact, 18, yeah, I bought 18. I was on a discount, and then 18 on I got for free. So, you know what I mean? So like I said, you know, when I'm ranting about Madden, it comes from a place that I'm compassionate about. I want to give Madden its love, of how it used to be. I want to give it the love that it needs, but you got developers back there that don't care enough about, that don't care about the core gameplay enough to where it caters to everybody. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing, just like your mama said, there's nothing wrong with a little arcadeness or a little arcadishness to it. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? But allow me to play my game, or allow the game to be at least well oiled enough to the point where if something arcadey happens, I can just laugh at the shit. I shouldn't have more BS happening than actual true gameplay. You know what I mean? That's what pisses me off. You know how frustrating it is to just watch my guys get constantly beat on the deep blue just because of a crossing route, because they're all running with their back to the ball they can't see? Do you know how frustrating that is? Do you know how annoying it is to watch a purple to just get annihilated? Like, do you know how annoying it is to have a linebacker stand right there and I'm clicking on him to make a play, but they got them so glued to the ground like they got weights in their shoes to the point where they can't even jump up to make a pick like they used to back in the day? You know what I mean? You know how frustrating that shit is? So these things is what makes it to where I can't like Madden. I can't give Madden my all anymore. I just can't. I don't even like playing my friends. My cousins used to beat my ass faithfully in Madden. Now I'm the ones whooping their ass. You know what I'm saying? And at that time, Madden really was. It was really like, you spent time labbing in Madden. Labbing in Madden back then versus now is something totally different. You know what I mean? And now Madden is all about what players can manipulate the CPU so that they don't cover this man or leave a man wide open. Because of the coverage rules in certain coverages, like match, press, what's that? It's match, press, and then it's one more. Match, press, and it's something else. I forget. But, because of the coverage rules, there's hidden rules inside of each coverage that says, okay, if he's doing this, you do that. If you do that, then you only do this if. You know what I'm saying? They don't cover that shit in skills training like they're supposed to. You're supposed to just understand that. So whenever the shit happens, you're like, whoa, why is he over here? Well, no, because of this coverage in this formation, this rule says in this coverage, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? So it just makes it really unpleasant to play at times, because it's like, how did it get from that to this? How? You know what I mean? Like I said, monetary gain made it to the point where, well, anything that had anything to do with money, Ultimate Team, when that started coming about, that's when the quality of it started to dip. Truthfully enough, you know what I mean? But Madden 25 and Next Gen, I liked it, even though I know it was a reskin of the PS3 port. But I see what it was getting at. The movement was a lot different. It was just a lot. It was something that I wish they just built off of that. I wish they just stuck with that and built from there. Madden 25 was a great foundation. You know what I mean? I cut for Madden 25. I liked it. This is at the time when we didn't have 2-man animations ruining the game. Like, this is when we had singular man animations where if 2 guys went up for the ball, if I was in the right position to catch the ball, I could literally marsh your man. There was a time where I literally threw a jump ball to me and this 6'5", 6'6" wide receiver, and this cornerback was just so little. Like, that was when you could pick on somebody. If you know you had the ups, like if you know you had the vertical on him and the reach and the height on him, you could pick on a small corner all day long. I used to love doing that shit. But you can't do it anymore now, because if you got a smaller cornerback, not QB, if you got a smaller cornerback that jumps up with a wide receiver that's taller than him, because he's up in the air, all he got to do is push me and I let the ball go. Explain to me how that's good defense. Or, for some weird ass reason, if I throw a jump ball, which I know my wide receiver can grab it, let's say OG Julio, right? Julio Jones, right? The prime Julio Jones. Let's say I throw it to somebody like him, and I got, let's say, Tyrann Mathieu back there, right? If I throw a deep ball to Julio and Tyrann Mathieu is out there, don't get me wrong, Tyrann Mathieu is cool, but I know Julio will out-jump Tyrann. But because of the 2-man animation, they'll make Tyrann Mathieu make it seem like this nigga is like Nate Robinson with the bunnies they giving him all of a sudden. He picking off the ball, he knocking the ball out of midair. Don't get me wrong, he's scrappy, but you're not finna just out-bully Julio. Prime Julio, you're not finna out-bully him. But that's the way that they got it in Madden. You know what I'm saying? At Madden 25, if your guy was little, I was picking on him all day long, because I know there was nothing you could do. I had the vertical over him. There was times where I would throw a deep ball in Madden 25 on PS4, and when I throw it, if a guy was standing there and he didn't jump, I used to literally jump, catch the ball, and land on people. Literally used to land on people. And I thought that was cool too, because physics also was playing a part in a lot of that stuff. So there were times where I would get hit and there's somebody laying underneath me. They don't rule you down off rip. You have to literally, like, a piece of your body has to touch the ground in order for you to be ruled down. So there's times where I've gotten hit, have laid on top of somebody's body, stood back up and started back running, because they didn't rule you down, as they shouldn't. But in Madden 22 now, they'll rule you down regardless if you're on top of somebody or not. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? But I say all that to say, that's why I rant about Madden the way I do, because it's not that Madden we all remember anymore. Now it's about who can run the cheesiest schemes, who can run the cheapest routes, who can do this, who can do that, who can manipulate the AI, and you know what I mean? It's just whack, bro. Like, it's really whack. You know what I mean? So that's why I say what I say about Madden. A lot of the games I ranted about, I think Madden 17 I had fun with. 16 and 15 I didn't like because it was too many animations and warping. 18 was 18 was mirrored to 17, but 18 just didn't cut it for me. You know what I mean? And then 19, 20, 21, and 22, all of them I got for free. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean? But 17 I might have the most fun with. No, 25 I had fun with on PS4. 17 was cool. I don't know about 19 and 20. I don't know. 19 and 20, 19, 20, 21, 22, I just didn't cut for. You know what I mean? I just didn't, because we got away from this from what we built upon, because every year y'all tear it down and build something up again. And it's so annoying. Y'all can't ever stick with one thing. That's what be boiling my blood the most about Madden. Like, it's like you guys can't stick with one thing. The community be so torn and so split down the middle that they can't pick a side and stick to that. Everybody always got to have this. They got to have this. Oh, no, we like this. We like that. Explain to me why Madden 22 that whenever I got a corner, right, why is he always off center? And then when I try to place him in front of my guy, he moves back to where I put him. He literally moves back from where he was. Why? You know what I'm saying? I tell these guys to cover the inside because I know he's about to do a slant, or I tell them to try to cover the underneath. They don't do anything I tell them to do, and it's so frustrating. They have that mechanic in there, but it don't work worth a damn. I tell them to do inside, it don't work. Tell them to do underneath, it don't work. And then on top of that, why is it that every tight end has a cutting speed or route running as Tyreek Hill? Why? Y'all literally modeled that shit right after Tyreek Hill. There should be no reason why somebody like Jalen Ramsey gets just burnt off of one cut that he know is getting ready to come. Pause. One slant and he's shading the inside. That one cut does it for him. He's left. He's lost in the dust. You know what I mean? The abilities have now just they've now made the game even more stupider, because abilities are supposed to make them stand out from the regular player. You know what I mean? So if I have Acrobat on, which is on majority of my players, if I have them on that, when it doesn't trigger, you'll sit there and be scratching your head like, okay, why didn't it trigger? But then it'll trigger in the most weirdest spots ever. If I have that ability on, give me that ability. Point blank, period. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If this guy's supposed to be so athletic, then give him that ability. You know what I mean? Because when it don't trigger, I'm going to be up in arms, because I'm like, why the hell didn't it trigger? He was in the vicinity of making it happen, so why not let it trigger? Then I get hit with some stupid ass reasoning, some bullshit reasoning as to why it didn't happen. It's like, just save it, dude. Like, just save it. I don't want to hear it. So, you know, but like I said, that was a little rant. But, you know, I say all that to say, you know, with your mama making the video, I don't have any beef with him at all whatsoever. Not saying that I don't like some shit where like, oh, no, I don't want to beef with your mama. I don't give a fuck about none of that, dude. I know of him. I know about your mama. I know about Madden Nation. I remember all that shit. I remember watching it. You know what I'm saying? I remember watching that and saying like, damn, I want to get on there one day and go to NYC and play on the big screen. I was like, nigga, you know how bad the input lag is going to be? You know what I'm saying? Doing that shit. Anyway, but, you know, I know of him. You know what I mean? I like his content. So I'm not really tripping off of that. It was pretty funny. I could see what he was getting at. I know where he's coming from. So I understand him. You know what I mean? But yeah, but no, definitely, absolutely. You know, it was cool, you know, seeing people go over there and say, oh, no, you know, this is childish. You got some people over on his side saying, yeah, he's a bum. Your mama, you the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? I got people on my side saying, oh, he's a child. Don't worry about him. You know, you was spitting facts. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie, there were some people on the other side trying to play both sides, saying like, yeah, you know, he's a man fanboy. Then go on the other side saying, yeah, you know, yeah, you know, your mama spitting facts. You the GOAT, your mama. But on my side, talking about some, well, yeah, you know, trying to be all, you know, cordial about it, but on the other side, you dick eating. Go ahead, man. You know what I mean? But yeah, but like I said, shout out to your mama, man. It was a pretty cool video. I enjoyed watching every bit of it. But I understand where he's coming from. So like I said, I don't take no offense to anything he's saying. I get it. You know what I mean? But let's see what else is on the docket. So the Madden 23 news. So y'all saw the video. If you haven't already, you know, pause it if you got to, go check it out. But or you can Google it. I probably wouldn't advise you to pause the video. But so there's this new mechanic, which they keep bringing in all day long about this passing mechanic, which now gives you the ability to see what kind of pass you're going to be making. So according to the meter, it's going to allow you to make lob, touch, or a bullet pass, and you'll be able to see it. And I think there's other meters like a strength meter to where you have to get it in that meter in order for you to be making like, you know, dots or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So there's also another thing where you can move the reticle when you're throwing the ball to put it, you know, right where you want it to be at. Hopefully where the receiver can catch it, but not all the time you might not be able to get to it. I'm paraphrasing. If you want to see for yourself, then go Google it. But, you know, I see these things, man, and honestly, which I already said in the video, but I'll say it again if you don't watch it. You know, I don't care nothing about, honest to God, I don't care nothing about this new mechanic. You know, they also talked about how they revamped the tackling to now where it's physics enabled. I mean, there's a new physics being implemented with you being the tackler, and you know about pushing the pile and stuff like that, and how it rewards you as a tackler and the impact you bring to the pile. Tackle battles is making a comeback, and you know all these things, man. It's just like I don't care. How many times have y'all made this same exact reference to these other things that you guys have done? Madden 17 was, in my opinion, was the only game that had a great physics engine to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you wanted to goal line stuff somebody, you can legit do it. You know what I'm saying? If there was ever a pile right there, you ran into a pile and you fell, you know what I'm saying? It literally depended on where you was. That physics engine was great. I can't tell you how many times I done had guys do that animation where like they're still trying to truck for extra yards, but you gotta come over and spear tackle and stop him where he is. You know what I'm saying? Then physics kicks in. You know what I mean? Not animation based physics, but I'm talking about like literally like physics will kick in. I can't tell you how many games I done had where like this guy literally would either make or break this possession, and it kicked in right where I needed to. You know what I mean? But you guys keep talking about how y'all bringing this new physics engine to this tackling. And it's like, you know, you can bring in these new physics all you want, but how many times am I going to keep seeing these same ankle tackles? I'm literally coming at you full speed, and the first thing you decide to go at is my ankles. Explain to me how that's good tackling. You know what I mean? Clint Oldenburg don't know shit about tackling. All he know about the O-line, and he only spent maybe a handful of games, maybe 2-3 games or so in the NFL being a lineman. I don't even know if he even started it at that. You know what I mean? But you mean to tell me you don't see these things, Clint, and this isn't a red flag to you? So we're just going to go in and tear down what we had and bring something back up, and hopefully they like it. You know, the whole passing mechanic, you know, y'all try that shit in Madden 18 with the target pass where you can do high, low. You can do high, low, or just regular, and then you can place it anywhere. You know what I mean? And it's like, you know, it sounds good, but is it going to mesh? Is it really going to be what it is? I'm pretty sure you're going to have the ability to turn that shit off and just do it regularly how you've been doing. Cause I'm telling you, y'all tried to do it in Madden 18 with target passing. You see that shit didn't come back in Madden 19. You know what I mean? Some people try to say, oh, well, that passing meter is just like the cone in 06. No, it's not. Because the cone in 06 actually made it to where you had to look where you were throwing. You know what I'm saying? Like if you had somebody like Michael Vick versus Tom Brady or Peyton Manning, you know, that, and even then that vision cone was great in user games because that means you can look off somebody. You know what I mean? You had to look where you were throwing. I couldn't be looking at T.O. on this side and I got Fitzgerald on the left and I see Fitzgerald wide open. I'm going to throw it to Fitzgerald. That ball not going to get there as accurately as I wanted to because I'm not looking over there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where he's at. So that's going to mess up my throw accuracy and might mess with my throw power. So I got to look as to where I'm throwing the ball so it gets there to the target as it should, because that's what a real quarterback does. Now, like I said, if you're Tom Brady or Peyton Manning, you ain't got to look no damn where. Your vision is everywhere. Like you would literally have unlimited vision. You can see the entire field. You can literally look at Marvin Harrison over here and Reggie Wayne be wide open. You say, oh, I'm going to hit Reggie Wayne. Boom. I ain't got to turn my vision cone to turn nowhere. Yeah, I can see him. You know? So like I said, these things sound great on paper. That tackle battle shit, that's just a rehash feature. They're trying to say that, oh, well, now you have to cover the ball and, you know, you could button mash to try to beat the tackle. Just to let y'all know, that tackle battle shit has been in the game or has been in Madden already back in 06, 07, maybe 05. I remember it heavily in 07. I remember it being in there. But definitely on PS2, that tackle battle was always there. Mashing the button and try to break the tackle or get the tackle. That's always been there. That's always been there. They're just trying to bring that shit back as new. You know what I'm saying? So, like, all these things sound good on paper, but it's like, I don't care. I don't care. In the words of Stephen A. Smith, I'm going to tell you right now, we don't care. we don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, we honest to God don't care. And when I say we, I'm talking about the ones that have had enough of hearing your crap about, oh, we've fixed blah, blah, blah. We've revamped blah, blah, blah. Okay, what about the coverages? You know what I'm saying? Are safeties really going to be playing, and corners really going to be playing their zones that they're supposed to? Are they going to be backpedaling that like they're supposed to? You know what I'm saying? Are linebackers going to be just more? Are linebackers going to be more than just batting down passes or staying grounded and not being able to pick stuff off unless I unless I have acrobat on or something that he's going to jump up and make the catch? Like, are we going to have these things, or are you still going to just save face and keep that there? You know what I'm saying? Because these are the questions that we need to know. Not this revamped quote unquote bullshit you guys added. We don't care nothing about that. Honestly, we really don't. You know what I mean? So so as far as the Madden 23 leak news, I don't care. I really don't care, man. I've heard it all before. Just get your shit together. You know what I mean? I will not buy another Madden for as long as it takes for them to get the shit right. And I don't care how many camera cuts that these guys do, because that's what they're going to do. They're going to hide their same humbug. I can't find the damn word, but they're going to find different camera cuts to try to mask their same old dry ass gameplay that they've been using this for years and years and years and years on end, but trying to disguise it as it being brand spanking new. It's game breaking. It's ground breaking. The fuck out of here. We've seen all your tricks and antics, and you're lucky that YouTube don't let you see the damn dislikes. But we're going to find a way to see the dislikes on the video, so it don't really matter. So everybody, y'all line up, because when they start dropping them teaser videos, get them dislikes ready. Cause I know I'm in line. So yeah, so y'all can say what y'all want, but Madden has lost its grip. Okay, so y'all can be all hyped for Madden 23 if you want with all this new mechanic shit. I could care less about it. Get the core game right first. Get the O-line right first. Get the D-lines right. Get the DBs right. Get the corners right. And then we can worry about mechanics. But until then, fuck all that new mechanic bullshit. I could care less about it, honestly. But moving on. So PlayStation Plus is going to be revamped, coming really, really soon. So now, if you paying like for the year, I think it's like $120 for the year. There's different tiers that you can have, where one tier will allow you to play PS3, PS4, and PS5 games, backwards compatibility, which I think is going to be on PlayStation Now, if I'm not mistaken. Is it PlayStation Now? Yeah. PlayStation Now is going to be I hate to say it, but it's going to be the streaming way of backwards compatibility. I hate it. You know what I mean? But at the same as that time, they're allowing us to be able to download the PS3 games, because there's certain PS3 games that you can download, or you can't really download none at all on PlayStation Now. So for us to be able to download them and be able to play them and either stream them on PlayStation Now, that is actually cool. But they said that they're adding over 700 more titles to PlayStation Now. So I don't know what all could that entitle. What could that be? When they drop the list, I'm going to report on it. But hopefully within those 700 titles, we can get some good shit. Hopefully. You know what I mean? Because I would. Oh, and PS2 also. I meant to cover that too. I think it's PS1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, I think. I think so. You know what I mean? But like I said, there's over 700 plus titles that they're supposed to be adding to the catalog. So when the list comes out, I'll definitely be checking that out and I'll report on that. But I think it's the 120. I think you got the 100 that allows you to be able to. I think you can still do the monthly what you got, but you kind of losing out some perks, because you got one where you can have the backwards compatibility with the 1, 2, 3, 4. And the 5, or that catalog, and then the one under that you can, and also you get early access to demos also. It's like time demos, so whatever. But you get once you go down a tier, you lose the catalog, but you're still able to get access to the demos and the catalog for Plus and online play. Then you go underneath that, which I think is like $59 a year or something like that, which you lose the game demos, but you still got access to the PS5 Plus catalog and I think online play. And then there's something under that too. Like I said, you have to Google it, but the one that you would probably go all out for was the 120 one, which give you access to everything. But like I said, I'll probably check out to see if I'll go for the 120 for a year, but I'll have to see first what the list is. You know what I mean? But more than likely, I'll put down the 120. People are already up in arms about it being, oh well, it's 120. Oh, PlayStation trying to give us 120 for this. I'm just like, fam, you getting a whole lot of shit for $120. Like with them doubling it up, because PlayStation Now isn't going to be standalone. They're merging it together now. So with that being that on that, that's redundant as hell. But you're able to now get access to a wider catalog of games now because they're adding over 700 more games to the catalog. So with like I said, with all that being said, you're getting a lot more for 120. You get more bang for your buck, but people are gonna think whatever they want. But I see it half full versus half empty. So like I said, I just gotta see what the list is gonna entitle. I want to switch gears for a second, man, and talk about something that really that I don't think gets mentioned a lot or enough on here. But make sure you check on your mental health, man. Like for real, you know what I mean? Me as a YouTuber, doing this whole YouTube thing, I guess you could say I do it full time because I'm really like putting commitment into it. I guess you say I do it full time. But, you always have to check on your mental health, man. There's some days where I don't feel like uploading, whether or not I don't have content to do, or I just don't feel like uploading sometimes, you know what I mean? But, make sure you put your mental health first. It's very important that you do that because we've lost so many of like streamers and YouTubers due to mental health, you know what I mean? Because people forget that these are humans like them, you know what I mean? They go to sleep, wake up, eat, sleep, shit, just like we do, you know what I'm saying? And they forget that, we have things going on in our lives too, whether it might be good, whether it might be bad. You might be doing this because this is the only flow of revenue that you have because you're doing this full time. You don't have a regular 9 to 5. That is your 9 to 5. You're doing content for games that you enjoy, but now these games that you enjoy are now turned into like slave work because the fans want X, Y, and Z from you. And it's like, it's not fair. You know what I mean? Like, allow people to take their mental breaks. Allow people to take their breaks, step away from social media, step away from streaming, YouTube, and to get themselves back together because it can run you ragged, man. It can really run you down. If you don't have yourself in check and you don't put yourself first, you can really lose yourself. You know what I mean? I had a friend of mine, known her since elementary school. I used to have a crush on everything. You know what I mean? To this day, most girls back then would always say, "Oh, you good at video games? Yeah, I can beat your ass in any game." Some girls said it just to say, but this girl was really good at 2K. She was really, really good at video games. Never thought the shit from New York and everything. I'm talking about she was cute, but you know what I'm saying. But she was she said it just to say it, or at least so I thought. And now some years later, still in contact with her, she holding shit down on Twitch. You know what I'm saying? She really doing the damn thing. Got her PC, got the motherfucking, I think the 2080, if not the 2080 and the 3070, whichever NVIDIA RTX graphics card she got, she holding it down. Like she really putting shit together right now for her Twitch. You know what I mean? I still tell all the time, I'm like really amazed that you, that you really are doing this. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of you. You know what I'm saying? And she, she really goes through the motions a lot, man, of like, doing the streaming thing. And cause she does RP. That's like role playing servers for like Grand Theft Auto 5. People will mod out Grand Theft Auto and like turn it into like New York and shit like that. So she'll do like, role playing servers like that, which is really wholesome content. It's almost like a movie damn near. You know what I'm saying? You can really make it into a movie. I'm talking about families, got the kids role playing too. Of course, you got people that are like small pedestrians, but they're role playing as kids. They got a whole, like I said, she's really doing the damn thing. And it's really like interesting if you really like paying attention to it. But, you know what I mean? She just had her moment today where it was just like, everything was just heavy. You know what I mean? Cause while you're in the role playing community, you got guys and females that are messy as shit. You got guys that don't know how to turn off and on the role playing versus real life. You know what I'm saying? Because we might have beef in the RP, but I'm cool as shit with you, outside of that because we're just making content. You know what I mean? And I've been saying that shit all day long. You know what I mean? Just rock with me. You know what I mean? I'm flowing here, and let me get my shit off. So, um, she'll have people that'll, DM her and private message her like damn near stalking her damn near, and just harassing the shit out of her. You know what I'm saying? And and if I'm not mistaken, let me drop her name too, because I don't think that she's getting. Let me see something. Hold on. So she actually does. She streams. So basically, what she does is she streams, and it is Rena BK, right? So when she streams on Twitch, that's what she does. I'll drop her a link in the description if you haven't clicked it already. But she happens to she streams. She does a damn good job, but people don't know how to turn off and on real life and in RP, because we can, like I said, we could beef in RP all day long, but I'm cool with you because we're making content outside of RP. You know what I mean? So you got women that, because there's certain terminologies that I'm not familiar with RP because I'm not in the community, but you have women inside of that too that'll beef with you because of this character is role playing with you and they're supposed to be role playing with them, is not fitting the storyline. It gets really sticky, you know what I'm saying? So all those things weigh down on her. She just really felt like she just couldn't keep going. So even though I know I don't be in there all day every day, because I be working and shit, so I try to chime in when I can, but she just really was just over it today. Like, she just really didn't feel like streaming. She didn't feel like she had it in her. You know what I mean? So I told her I told her that if you have to take your breaks, take your breaks. Take your mental breaks, because at the end of the day, you do this because you enjoy it. You love the camaraderie. You love the fact that you engage with people. You love the fact that you get to meet new people, because she's met YouTubers that have had almost damn near a million views. I mean, not million views, million subscribers damn near on YouTube because of this whole GTA RP shit. You know what I mean? So she's doing this because she enjoys it. And that should be the end of it. Not because, oh, I need to do this because my fans are gonna da 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 da, or I need to do this because blah 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 blah. Like, if your reason is anything other than I enjoy it, take your mental break. Take you a break. And that goes for everybody, not just her, but just for everybody. Whatever it is you're doing, remember why you're doing it. You did it first because you enjoy it. That goes for me too. If you enjoy something while you're doing it, that's the best thing about it. That's the beauty of what you do. You enjoy it. So anybody, whatever it is you're doing, be sure to take your mental breaks. Whether it's social media, whether you're at your craft, your music, it's art, you love to paint, whatever it is you do, take your breaks. Take your breaks. Allow your mind to breathe. Allow yourself to be able to, step back and look at what all you've done, and and just step out of that world for a little bit. Just step out of there for a little bit. That's all you got to do. And then just come back into it with a fresh mind and a better headspace, and then just attack it like you've been doing. But just remember, you enjoy it. You enjoy what you do. That's why you're doing what you do. You enjoy it. So keep that in mind, everybody. I want to see everybody win, for real, for real. So last thing on the docket, man. One last and final thing. So down here in Texas, man, not Texas, but when I was in Texas, I'm in Georgia now, of course. But one thing in Georgia, man, it's probably not just in Georgia, but it's everywhere. The dating culture is trash. You know what I'm saying? It's filled with a lot of people, not everybody, but it's a lot of people that feel like, if you aren't showing you have monetary gain, or if you're not showing that I have money, they're not going to fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter what you look like. If I'm not walking around in the most designer shit, or if I'm not dripped out and sparkling all over the motherfucking place where you need sunglasses to look at me type shit. If I'm not looking like that, you're not trying to fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? Now, sprinkled throughout that crowd, you got a few regulars in there. You got a few regular people in there that are just cool, and and can see somebody that that's cool. You know what I mean? They want to rock with you. But I ain't gonna lie, it gets dry from time to time, so I can't really say that it's consistent for me. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. So I got a friend of mine back in Texas where I don't know if I remember telling y'all, but um, I used to make songs for this girl, and I did it because I wanted to get her. I wanted her to get to notice me or know me a little more, and put myself out there like, like anyone else that wants to be seen. You know what I'm saying? So I figured that rapping was the best way to do it, so she'll know that, hey, this guy must really like me. He's making songs about me. So I was doing that. Now, one guy I probably said, or one guy I was around was saying, "Yeah, man, you should go and do it. Yeah, she definitely don't like you then." And then the other guy was saying, "Look, man, I don't think it's a good idea, but go for it." So, the one that was saying it's not a good idea, he was the one really telling me the truth. Man, like, nah, bro, you need to quit simping. This girl ain't what you think she is. And I'm over here arguing with this nigga back and forth. And come to find out he was right. High key, he was right. So, some time goes on, and she just has this thing where if she's not shown up, if she's not shown enough attention, she'll act out. You know what I mean? And that was kind of like my first. That was like my first relationship. So, I kind of know how to handle it. You know, and let's be real here. Let's call a spade a spade. Let's keep it all the way at buck here. Nobody really has time to show you 100% undivided attention. Like, that's kind of at this point unrealistic. Like, we're all trying to make sure that we get ourselves together, because you would want to be with somebody that's trying to get themselves together, and yet you want all this attention, but I can't give it to you right now, or all of it right now anyway, because I'm trying to make sure myself straight before I try to check on anyone else. You know what I mean? So with her, I have her on Instagram. Like, she has like this, what they call the time of Finsta, where she, she'll be like, she'll be, posting this wild shit on her Instagram. And, she'll be talking about how, oh, he not spending enough time with me. I don't think I'm about to get rid of him and all this other shit. So she's talking to me about it or whatnot. And I'm just telling her, like, hey, just be cool. Like, he gonna text you back. Oh, no, well, what about us now? Like, you know what I mean? What's up with us? I'm like, what you mean what's up with us? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, we should make a future for us. And I'm just like, yo, like, he's going to call you back. He's going to text you. He's going to make time for you. Just give him some time. And, she just went on this whole tirade about how, how she was, yeah, I like him. We got years together. We've been having sex before then, but, I decided to give him a shot because, we've had the most history together, and, he's trying to make time for me, but he's always working. And I'm just like, all right, well, what's the problem? You know what I mean? It seemed to me like you complaining because he's not giving you enough attention. So, the thing about it was the way she was like talking to me about it was like, it was almost like she was trying to like, it was like she was trying to play me like I'm the sixth man. If you know what the sixth man is in basketball, especially in basketball, you know what he does. Like, sixth man is always ready to go. Anytime somebody come out, if Bron come out, here come the sixth man. If Kobe come out, here come the sixth man. If KD come out, here come the sixth man. You know what I mean? So that's basically how she was like talking to me about it, talking about how, hey, we should become friends first, but, we still in the talking stage. And I'm just like, yo, like, go ahead. Like, I'm not fucking with you. You know what I mean? Like, all the times that I used to like really like be head over heels for you, and you knew it. I tell all the time, like, I was head over heels for you, but you just never gave me that time. And she even told me that, like, yeah, that was kind of my bad, because, I wasn't looking at relationships at that time. I wasn't really into it like that, because I never begged her for her to, like, to fuck with me. It wasn't no shit like that, but it was just mostly just of, you see me trying to put this effort into you, but you overlooking me with just other shit. You know what I'm saying? And the thing that I didn't take too kindly was how, at that time, because, niggas told me, more than one told me the same shit. Whenever I wasn't around, it was always like, oh no, we not dating, no shit like that. But when I'm around, I come back around, you all hip to hip and arm wrapped up in mine. Hey boo, where'd you go? Type shit. So, you know what I mean? So when, it was shit like that I kept in mind. So, when she's talking about how, hey, I'm gonna come visit you and all this other shit. Cause I tell her all the time, like, hey, if y'all don't work out, stay where you at. Don't come over here type shit. And, she laughing. I'm like, dead ass. Like, don't come over here. You know what I mean? Because who's to say how long that shit's gonna last? You know what I mean? As far as I'm concerned, you think that I still have this kind of this kind of unhealthy obsession with you that I had when we was back in school, and it's like, nah, like that storm is gone. You know what I'm saying? I don't look at her the same way as I did when I first, laid eyes on her. You know what I mean? She was different back then versus now. You know what I mean? Like, mind you, I follow her on her Finsta or her Instagram that she wild out on. And it's like, sometimes when you're joking, I forgot there's a comedian that said, the funniest jokes are also the most true. You know what I'm saying? Like, so she'll be cracking all the jokes in the world, but there's some validity to it and I can see it. So you can say, oh, I'm just joking, or I'm just playing, oh, that's just jokes. There's times where you're dead ass serious, but we try to always hide it with the LOL to try to, soften up how serious we are about some shit, regardless of how heinous it might be. So, I just think about all that shit that she did back then, and she's like, oh, you so focused on the past, and what about our future? I'm like, what future? You know what I'm saying? Like, you acting out because this man ain't texting you back, and he not spending immediate time that he has with you. You know what I mean? And then second of all, I'm in Georgia, you in Texas. How the hell is that gonna work out? You're not gonna want to come up here all the time and come visit me and come spend time. You're not gonna want to do that. So that means I have to do double the duty of making sure I text you, make sure I call you. You know what I mean? Like, I can be the most patient and uplifting person in the world, compassion, all that shit. I can do that. But sometimes the attention I'm giving you is going to slip because I want me some me time. There's nothing wrong with that. Everybody should have their me time. There's nothing wrong with that, bro. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with having a boyfriend or a girlfriend and y'all just have y'all time. Y'all come together at some point. Y'all will text each other if y'all not living together. Y'all will text each other and chop it up for a little bit and then just enjoy your time, bro. And then we'll come together and have a grand time. But until then, you have your time. I got my time. There's nothing wrong with that. But with that kind of mentality, that's not going to work for me and old girl. That's not going to work. She's going to want attention 90% of the time because if I don't give her that attention, she's going to find somebody else like she's doing right now. She's going to find that attention from somebody else. So she's going to go down her roster like she claims she has, or she swear but now that she don't have, but she has. She's going to go down her roster and figure out, which guy can I text now? Oh, let me try him. I ain't talked to him in a minute. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's really sick, man. I see red flags popping up all over the place. So I can't sit here and pretend like it's all good. You know what I mean? Cause I don't see myself dating somebody like that again. You know what I'm saying? I don't see that. You can say how, oh, it's not going to be like that all day long, but then eventually that shit's going to relapse and I'm going to start seeing how you really truly feel. And then when I revert back to what you said back then, you're not going to want to double down on that. You know what I'm saying? Because you're frustrated, you're upset, and you want your attention. If you don't get it, you're going to act out. Whether you're going to be talking to some other guy and then when I call you out on it, then all of a sudden, well, you weren't giving me attention. So it's just a whole bunch of hoopla that I know that I can avoid. So, you know what I mean? Me and her, I think we'd be better off as friends because somebody like that, honestly, I don't need to be dealing with that again because it can get really, really sick into a point where mental health is going to come into play. You know what I mean? With the gaslighting and how I didn't do this and you should have did that, or I didn't say this, you said that, and it can get really, 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 really bad. So I'll take my chances. I'll keep waiting for that somebody to finally come around and be cool with, cordial and chop it up with. But in the meantime, I don't think that's a good investment for me. So I'm gonna just chill for the time being. I know I said that at least 3 times, but that's how you know I mean it. You know what I mean? But man, let's see what else is on here. I think that's about it, man. Good talk, y'all. I'm gonna go and wrap this thing on up, man. Appreciate I love Sport Chopper showing the videos, man. If you haven't already, make sure to like button, comment, subscribe, share the word, spread links, because you know how I do. Whatever platform you're listening to this on, make sure you hit whatever button correlates to you so you get more content of me. Make sure you subscribe, like the page, channel, whatever it is, man. Make sure y'all definitely do that. Appreciate love Sport Chopper showing these videos, man, especially on the podcast. Everybody who comes through just to check it out, take a nice little listen, man. I appreciate every last one of y'all. And hopefully more come around, man. But definitely, I appreciate it. And yeah, I'm going to get up out of here, man. Make sure to like button, comment, subscribe, share the word, spread links so you know how I do. But I'm going to get up out of here, man. It's your boy DiVine, and I'm signing out. Peace.